Coming in at number 1 is Fiji. Now, most of us imagine Pacific Island destinations as expensive destinations filled with high-priced resorts, food, and services. However, that's not always the case. Fiji, unlike its expensive island neighbors and sharp marketing by Fiji Water, is actually relatively cheap to visit. While there are many $1,000 a night resorts in the country, you can manage to enjoy pristine beaches, world-class diving, tasty seafood, friendly locals, and more without having to mortgage your home. Since Fiji is a step over on Fiji Airlines, you'll find a lot of flight deals to the country. Many backpackers take advantage of that, and a small backpacker community has emerged. That means cheap guest houses, transportation, and activities, especially in the popular Yasawa Islands. Now, even if you're not a backpacker, you can still take advantage of all these deals and save money. Fiji is one of the best budget destinations on the region and is not to be missed. Coming in at number 2 is Cambodia. Well, you could put all of Southeast Asia on the list. Cambodia is one of my favorites in the region. It's affordable, beautiful, and the locals are incredibly hospitable. You can get a private air-conditioned room for $20 US, street food for $2, and transportation across the country for $20. If you're spending close to $50 a day, you are living large. It's way cheaper than all its neighbors, just as beautiful, and filled with some of the nicest people in the world. It's one of the cheapest backpacking destinations in the whole entire world. At number 3 we have India. Well, always a cheap country, the Indian rupee used to ride high at 39 rupees to the US dollar. Now you can get 73 rupees to the dollar. That's nearly 50% more money to travel with. Unless you book a 5-star resort or eat only Western meals, you'll find it very hard to spend $50 a day here. You can get on by spending closer to $30 a day and living in cheap guest houses, taking second-class trains, avoiding Western food. India, a cheap backpacking destination. Heck, just a cheap destination overall with a rich culture, history, top-class food, helpful and curious locals, incredible regional diversity, and great tea, as well as a lot to do, is a gigantic place. Either way, India is not a place you're going to want to miss. Coming in at number 4 is Portugal. Now, not all Euro countries are created equal, and Portugal is one of the bargain countries in the region, as well as one of my favorites. I fell in love with the country the first time I visited. How could I not? Its beautiful beaches, wine country, stunning cliffs, delicious food, jovial locals, and historic cities, all at bargain prices. Portugal has become a lot more popular and crowded in recent years. Lisbon has become especially expensive as people move there and drive up the prices. It's a great place after all. However, once you get outside of Lisbon, prices are relatively cheap compared, even if the crowds are a bit bigger these days. Last but not least is Australia. Well, an unlikely candidate to be listed on a list of cheap destinations because it's known to be incredibly expensive. Australia can also be incredibly cheap if you know a few tricks. Thanks to a lot of work, exchange opportunities, a well-worn budget backpacker trail, lots of couch surfing hosts, and cheap groceries, you can visit Australia on a budget. Additionally, Australia has become cheaper thanks to the 20% drop in the Australian dollar, has tempered that price increase and made Australia the most affordable it has been in years.